guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl, Sasha Banks, the legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife,
Reeves.
and you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Yeah, welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Today we're going to talk about NXT and 205 Live. Let's get right into it, Larson. Kicking off 205 Live. Man, people are like all in the comments saying, you guys take too long to get into to start talking about the review. And I'm like, this is a podcast. Usually, have you ever listened to Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast?
Oh, he takes forever.
Forever.
Before he starts talking to his interview guest, I know.
Everybody takes forever to get to the point.
The podcasts that generally get right to the point, the ones that are generally around a half hour long.
Yeah.
Like RFK tapes, I've been listening to that lately.
Oh, how's that?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
That gets right into it because they're only half hour long.
538 gets right into it also.
Yeah.
They're usually like closer to an hour.
Well, but there's a little casual conversation to kick off the show.
Yeah.
A little bit.
There's some intros and stuff.
Yeah.
But I that's like my favorite podcast right now. I feel like, so a lot of people say, Going In Raw, you guys feel like it's like a couple of my friends sitting around and talking, which is a huge compliment. I love when people say, it feels like some guys that I like to hang out with talking about wrestling or whatever. I think that's great. That's like what we're supposed to be.
Yeah.
538, I feel that way about them.
Yeah, I can see that.
I just want to hang out with them. They're the coolest. They're like the nerdiest people ever, but they're the coolest people ever to me. Mm-hmm. And that's what matters. Anyways, so no, I'm gonna do the plugs first. We're not getting right into the review.
No, this is how we do the show.
This is what we do. This is what we are. We'll live by the podcast, die by the podcast, right?
Your hair does look different today.
It looks. Do you want to know why?
You told me why, but
Do they want to know why?
I don't know.
Can you guys tell? My hair looks probably poofier,
frizzier. It looks like it has less product in it.
It does. So I'm getting my.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks different.
I'm getting my AC unit installed today. My new HVAC to lead me into the future. Hopefully, get that energy bill down.
Yeah.
And my the other one was like from 1998.
Energy efficiency.
Right. And so.
Yeah, because your power bill used to be through the roof during the summer months.
Yeah, big time, bigly. Long story short, I evacuated my house to let them do that because my dog is a nightmare. Anytime there's anybody else there, as you know.
Oh, yes.
So I know she loves you. You shut up.
I don't know.
Don't talk ill about Gypsy.
No, she's growled at me a lot.
I took her to my parents' house, which was great, like for a couple reasons. Number one, my mom made me some breakfast burritos. Woo! Just cheese and egg all up in my grill. So good. And then doubly, of course, I was able to take my dog there, and she just chills there, right? But I did it like early in the morning, so I needed to take a shower. I took a shower at my parents' house. And I realized I forgot to bring my hair cream, my Dapper Dan hair cream.
It doesn't look bad. It just looks different.
It's a poofier. It's more 70s-ish, I think.
I don't know if I go that far.
Yeah, I put a little bit of whatever my mom has. She has like some gel stuff there. I put a little bit of that, but it didn't really do anything. So anyways, that's why my hair looks different today. I'm sorry if I look like a brand new Steve. Quick programming note. We have a new channel trailer.
Yeah.
I tried to upload it at sort of like an inconspicuous time.
Yeah.
Because it's not a big deal. I wanted something on the front page of the channel for new visitors just to come see.
Well, actually, I think more than anything, it's for me is whenever we go to our channel to do anything and the volume's on my computer or your computer, it's the same video playing. And so I hear the same snippet of audio every
And it's like
day.
It stopped at like a particularly obnoxious point.
Yes.
When I'm like, I wanted a coffee and you didn't want
I'm
coffee.
harassing you about not having coffee or something like that.
Yeah, it's all irritating.
It really is. Why are we so irritating?
I don't know, man. I don't like Us, to be honest.
No, I really don't either.
Not a huge Us fan.
No. Anyways, plugs done. Yeah. Super chat time.
Yeah, we did. We actually did no plugs.
No plugs. J. Sean Lawrence, $2. Is it just me or did NXT feel longer last night?
No, I thought it felt shorter actually.
Yeah.
I thought if I watched the final segment, the main event segment this morning. I watched the rest of it last night, but it actually felt really short. Their tag team division is a joke right now. No, actually, I'm not going to say that.
It's very top heavy.
It is very top heavy. It's very top heavy. The lower half of the tag team division is a joke.
Yeah.
And that was actually
not been booked well at all.
No.
John Curley, $5. Hey, friendos, you guys catch the hand gesture that Granny gave Ciampa? Looked like she was calling him small
She
in the
was
pants.
doing this.
Ooh.
She's my second. I have bad news for Karen. She's fallen down to my third favorite Full Sailor.
Who's tops?
Kyle is my favorite.
Who?
Kyle. He's the big dude with like the red face because he's screaming all
the guy
the
with
time.
the Mysterio shirt on.
Yeah, and he has the gold chain and like
All
the
right.
glasses.
All right.
Because 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was last week, when Adam Cole came out, and Adam Cole was like retreating or something, I heard Kyle, and this is the reason why I know his name. Plus, Karen told me. He said, "Shut up, Adam," and then I heard somebody say, "You shut up, Kyle."
Oh, that's funny.
And then he was yelling at Ciampa this week.
Yeah, a lot.
And I was like, "That's my new guy."
All right.
Granny's number 2.
And now Karen's third?
And Karen's third now. She didn't even stand up for EC3. She like just sat there for EC. I'm like, it's EC3.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, oh, he's the best party guy.
Maybe she doesn't like EC3.
I think she I don't know. Maybe she doesn't.
I don't know. DeMarcus Williams, $4. NBA Live or NBA 2K?
Oh, 2K. Although, what's the one that had that video where Andrew Bynum was Jesus posing?
Oh, that was NBA. Oh, what was that called?
It wasn't
EA games.
It wasn't live?
It might have been.
I think it was like when they tried to reboot it live.
Yeah, but they didn't release that version of the game because it was so glitchy.
Alto Votal, hey, what's the scariest haunted house you've gone in? A legit haunted house, and I legitimately saw a ghost.
Yeah.
I told Bama the story last night. Bad move. She's 3. She's terrified. It was, long story short, it was in England. I lived on an Air Force base that had a priory, which is like a place they used to house monks and nuns, right? I was there. When I was 10 years old, they did like a haunted house type thing. It was a beautiful, amazing looking, mansion looking thing, right? And everybody was there sort of dressed up in Halloween, goofy outfits and stuff. And they were sort of guiding you through the house, but it was a long line of people. So I was standing in a long line in this crazy like haunted house type thing. And there was like goofy parents with like ghost outfits on and skulls. So I was just waiting to get through the line in one of the rooms. And I look over in the distant corner and I swear to God, there was some floating lady there who was translucent. I could see through her. Freaked me the hell. It was one of those things you ever see. Like, I kind of related to, like, 9/11 when I was looking at the buildings. I was like, wait, did I just really see that? It's like one of those things that you have a hard time processing.
Yeah.
Same
Can't
thing.
really comprehend it.
Probably just a shaft of light that I,
You never
but
know. It could
still,
have been a ghost, Steve.
I say it was a ghost.
Could have been. I've never seen a ghost. I don't know if I've ever been in a real haunted house.
Yeah.
I've been to the one at Disneyland. That's a lot of fun. Bartholomew von Flavenstein.
Von Flavenstein.
Well, I always say it wrong. It's Stein, I think. Oh, Steen. You're right. Is it Steen?
I think it's either one.
No, he corrected me once, and I forgot. $2. Say my name. Oh, I can't remember that.
Bartholomew von Flavenstein.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Trey Saunders, $5. Sending this while at work, so I'll have to check the recap when I'm off and high as F at the gym. Keep it gnarly, friendos. Just keep away. If you're going to be high, keep away from the heavy equipment.
I mean, he probably, I don't know. He knows what he's doing. Kyle Young, $2. Stephen Larson bashing brand, going to unsubscribe.
We're bashing our own brand.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. That's okay.
That's okay.
We're used to it on YouTube. People unsubscribe all the time.
Yeah.
OG Sneakerhead, $5.
Whether they intend to or not.
Yeah. Do you think Vince would like Finn if he was just the demon? Because I read that Vince finds Finn boring without the demon stuff.
Probably. He probably would.
How do you please the man who has everything? Anyways, yeah, I think we should probably get started with the review
I suppose.
Look at that. We're only eight, almost 9 minutes in.
Almost less than 10 minutes, so people are complaining that it takes us 10 minutes to talk about wrestling. They should be happy.
Exactly. I agree. 205 Live. Was this a fun episode?
Yeah, it was relatively fun.
Yeah, it was because Leo Rush was on and he had a match
Yeah.
and a promo
Yeah.
and he fought a jobber.
Yeah.
Those 3 ingredients right there, I will love you, 205 Live, if you simply give me Leo Rush against a jobber and a Leo Rush promo. Very happy with those things.
All right. Show kicked off with a pretty good match between Callisto and Tony Nese. There wasn't any, there was no Buddy Murphy. There was no Lucha House Party out ringside during this match. It was strictly a one-on-one affair. Good match. Story you'd expect. Callisto utilizing his quickness. Tony Nese trying to overpower him. But then it was when Tony Nese was trying to do his high-flying stuff. It failed. He tried to do that moonsault.
Yeah.
Didn't hit Callisto. Callisto eventually hit a Salida del Sol. Picked up the win.
Dude, we can just stop the podcast
Yeah.
here. Kendall Hurd just dropped $100 on us.
Wow. Oh, my
$100
gosh.
from Kendall Hurd. Thank you for everything, friendos. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
We'll talk to you guys later. I'm out of here.
Yep. Time for lunch.
Thanks, Kendall Hurd. That's
Thank
very
you so
nice.
much. Yes. Very
Neil
generous.
Wallington,
Thank you.
2 pounds. Hi, Bet Ends. That's all. Okay. We get $100 then. Hey, Bet Ends. Yeah, so then...
After the match,
yeah.
Buddy Murphy comes down to the base of the ramp, beats Callisto there. He goes after him, starts attacking him, has him like over his head.
Well, I like it because Callisto was trying to get paid. All he wanted to do was walk to the back.
I know.
And Buddy Murphy, the bully that he is, said, no, you're not going to do that. And then Callisto did the slowest juke I've ever seen. You know, like Allen Iverson used to like literally break people's ankles.
Yeah, yeah.
I can never get enough of when somebody on Twitter will post like a street ball
that's the
video.
best.
When some dude comes out there, and it's usually the most innocuous, like the smallest looking dude you'd never expect, and he just balls.
Yeah.
And he like just brings like literally
Breaks ankles on the
there
court.
was one I saw. I should have retweeted you with it, or sent it to you because he did this, and then they did a zoom in on the guy's ankle, and it was
Going the wrong way.
completely going the wrong way. So Callisto tried to do that, but he's not quick enough. Buddy Murphy was able to pick him up.
Yeah, held him over his head.
Yeah,
Lindsay Dorado runs down, makes the save. Double super kick for Buddy.
that was fun. Crowd should have appreciated it more because they were kind of silent for that double super kick, and I was like, that was cool.
It was cool.
Plus, Lindsay Dorado's outfit is amazing. Anything that incorporates that level of fluorescent green is amazing to me. I was a big fan of what are they called? Constructicons? The Transformers? Man.
Yeah, that kind of bright fluorescent yellow-green.
Oh, I can't get enough of
purple.
it. Fun story about that. My parents bought that for me. It came broken. They had to take it back. Didn't get me a new one.
What did they get you
Not
instead?
a fun story.
What'd they
Nothing. Nothing.
So it was broken. Did you have an option to keep the broken one instead of getting nothing?
I don't think I did. See, my parents are super cool, and they're like the nicest people ever. I don't know why they would have done that.
Maybe it's just an oversight.
The more I think about it, my parents used to mess with me a lot. Like there was that Christmas where I really wanted the first Batman movie, the Michael Keaton one.
Yeah, the VHS
on
tape
VHS.
thing. Yeah, that's a funny story.
And and on Christmas Eve, we were allowed to open up one gift
Yeah,
each.
yeah.
And so like my parents wrapped a blank VHS tape.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
In a present. And they were like, Stevie, trust me, you don't want to open that one. I'm like, no, I know what that is. They were like, no, you don't want to open that. Trust me. I'm like, I know what that is. And then I opened. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, I told you not to open it.
Man, they fucking swerved me. Like
So
now that I
the
think
next
about
day
it,
you got Batman.
Yeah, but I wanted it Christmas
I
Eve.
mean, they're trying to teach you something. There's a lesson there to be had.
No, I think they're just like evil people. But then my mom hooked up some heck of good breakfast burritos this morning.
Not evil.
Cruiserweight title. Oh, hey, my mom, it was cracked me up though. I put that on Instagram, on our Instagram the other day, Instagram.com/Stephen Larson or whatever it is. Our Adam Mayhem announcement. And, you know, of course, it's filled with people who Adam Mayhem has that heel heat with.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, yeah, people don't like that guy, huh? Why is he around?
Did you explain to her it's more about getting a reaction as opposed to people supporting or cheering somebody?
No, I said, Mom, I don't know. He's garbage.
He's not garbage.
You tell me.
He's not garbage. Stop with that.
After that, we had
a
a
H champion.
Cruiserweight title contract signing. I like Drew Gulak in this. Cedric Alexander is magnificent in the ring, and his character work in ring is great. These things never really work. Like him on the mic never works for me.
You know what's interesting about Cedric is when he's like his reactions to people talking are really good. Like all the stuff when Drew was talking, his reactions were great, and there'd be lines here and there that I thought he delivered well. I just don't think he's given much to work with.
Yeah.
He's just kind of generic babyface, and it's just not a whole lot to work with. Whereas Drew has a lot to work with. Mustafa Ali, whether it's from his own creation or from creative, he has a lot to work with.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I've seen guys do more with a lot less than sorry.
My goodness.
All right. I've seen guys do a lot more with a lot less. I like the bit when he was in the ring talking like ages ago, talking about his kids. That was cool. Like when he told his little girl that he's a champion or some stuff like that. That was really effective. Otherwise, I don't know. I just feel like he's a bit. I just think he'd work better as a heel.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, anyways, Drew Gulak. I kind of like the aspect of this contract signing. Drew Gulak wanted to make a little statement, and Cedric was like, "Dude, come on, let's just sign this thing. I don't need to hear anything you have to say."
No, that was good.
Yeah, that was good. And Drew was like, "Hold on a second. I wanted to say that I respect what you've done with the championship, but then circled back around. Probably not gonna make you tap out or something like that." So It was cool. Did not result in violence, though.
No violence. It was backstage.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Cedric's performance was better than a lot of his kind of interview bits.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
No.
I just find his character, like, he needs something to chew on.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
He does need something to chew on. Some guys don't need... Drew McIntyre, he could literally have nothing and still be compelling as hell.
Yeah.
He could have less than nothing.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's true.
Unfair comparison. Next up, we had my favorite match of the year, Lio Rush versus Ricky Martinez. Ricky looked pretty yoked, man.
Yeah.
He looked like a stud. But he was no match for Lio Rush.
He's had matches at NXT before. I think he's been in tag matches. The name sounded very familiar.
Could be. Are you thinking of Raul Mendoza?
No.
That dude is jobber to the stars, man. Is he ever going to get his own name and gimmick?
Oh, repackaging?
If they gave that to Kona Reeves.
Yeah,
Raul Mendoza deserved it far before Kona Reeves did.
Yeah.
Boy, they jobbed the crap out of Kona Reeves last night.
They did.
Ouch.
Yeah.
EC3 kicked out of that finish.
I know. Maybe back to the drawing board with old Kona Reeves.
We'll talk about that in a bit because we can talk about that, I feel, for a while.
Yeah.
Anyways, Lio Rush came out and dropped a promo. This promo was great because it came off like a 2K18 promo. Because not once did he say Ricky Martinez's name.
No.
He called him kid and guy and dude and whatever. He never said his name. He said, "You look great. I've heard a lot about you." I'm sorry, I should do my Christopher Walken voice. "You look great. I've heard a lot about you, kid."
Too fast.
"You look great. I've heard a lot about you, but I'm the man of the hour." That's all I got.
Yeah.
It was good. It's so obvious that Lio Rush, and I love this, everything he does that isn't in the ring is slow. And you can tell by the way he walks and the way he gets into the ring, it's so deliberately slow.
Oh, yeah.
To enhance. And I love the story that Percy was dropping about Lio saying that he started to do like extra training to increase his speed.
Yeah.
That's such an important aspect of him because he can say whatever he wants on the mic. Man, he dazzles in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
I absolutely even in a match against a dude like Ricky Martinez.
I know. I feel like we've barely seen all of what Lio Rush can do while on 205 Live.
Yeah.
Just scratching the surface.
Yeah. Once they get him in there with like dude like Lince Dorado or Callisto.
I'm just thinking, give him like a 20-minute main event type match on 205 Live.
Yeah. He'll get there, man.
Oh, yeah.
He'll definitely get
in
there.
a matter of a few weeks, I think he'll be
It'll
there.
be interesting to see him against a dude like Drew Gulak, though. A guy who's like, contrapuntal, if you will,
Yes.
to what Lio Rush has to offer.
Yeah.
A guy who's looking to bring it down on the mat, not against a high flyer, but against a dude who's just super duper quick. That could be an interesting matchup right there. It'd be fun. Anyways, obviously, Lio Rush beat Ricky Martinez. I believe with a splash, right?
Yeah, final hour.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Akira Tozawa comes down to the ring. Remember correctly, Lio Rush didn't want anything to do with him. He left.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which brought us to our main event. The Brian Kendrick versus Cedric Alexander.
Oh, yeah, that was one aspect. I forgot about this main event. That was one aspect about the contract signing that I liked, was Cedric saying, your buddy Brian Kendrick is going to find out.
He's going to see what I'm going to do to you at SummerSlam.
Yeah. I like that aspect. A little bit of a mean streak.
Yes.
So I like that. That was good.
And for the most part, Cedric delivered upon that because when it was a fair one-on-one fight, Cedric dominated.
Yeah.
It wasn't until Drew Gulak came down ringside, kind of stuck his nose in business, that Brian Kendrick managed to get the upper hand.
Yeah. Drew was on
Commentary after he interfered a little bit.
And they asked, where's Jack Gallagher? I don't know where he is.
He knew.
Of course.
He knew. This is probably Brian Kendrick's best match in quite a while.
Yeah.
It was a really good performance from him. Cedric, as usual, great. Finish saw Cedric reverse slice bread into a lumbar check and a hell of a sell. Hell of a sell by Brian Kendrick.
Yeah, it was real good.
Looks like a fun move to sell. So Cedric picks up the win. Afterwards, Drew gets up out of the commentary table, or from behind the commentary table, gets on the apron. Jack Gallagher comes in from out of nowhere, headbutts Cedric. The heels start going after Cedric. Drake Maverick and a bunch of refs come running down in the ring, break it up. Drake's telling Drew, if you continue with this, match is off.
It's off, yeah.
It's off.
Yeah.
So they stopped.
Jordan Davis here in chat had a good question that I'd like to pose to you. He said, where would Lio Rush be if he didn't tweet that thing about Emma? He said maybe North American champion. I wouldn't go that far. I do kind of wonder if the not so secret knock on Leo is he's had issues with his attitude backstage. Like people that's sort of gone around. Whether it's true or not, it seems like it probably is. If he was like Mr. Super Duper Good Attitude, he probably still would have landed on 205 Live. Right? He's in a very prominent spot on 205 Live, a place where he can totally thrive and build that brand. I don't know that he would have continued a trajectory in NXT. There was no need for that, I don't think.
No.
I really don't.
No, I think just the attitude issues, if true, were just kind of kept him off TV for a while.
Yeah.
But they also might have done that just so whenever he came to 205 Live or wherever.
It was more of a shock for people to see him wrestle.
Exactly.
That could be, yeah. But I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Let's take some super chats. Tom Fox, $5, adding Tino Sabatelli to the Kona EC3 Dream feud, yay or nay? I know he's out on injury, but I think it would add to the feud.
I don't think, I don't know, man. I don't know what Tino's ceiling is.
I don't know why they broke him and Riddick Moss up. They were actually, I felt like finding a decent rhythm.
Yeah, I know. I feel the same way. I mean, they were on par. They would have been the same level as Street Profits and Heavy Machinery, and unfortunately, the Mighty, who I think are slumming it in that area. They should.
I don't know what they're
the
doing
Mighty
with them.
should be up there with War Machine and Mustache
Undisputed
Mountain.
Era, Mustache Mountain, yes.
Right.
There's such cartoonish heels at this point now.
But I don't even know why do you look. This is going to sound messed up, and it's not supposed to. With them signing so much independent circuit talent, why are they bothering with guys like Kona Reeves?
I don't know.
I don't know either. You know what I mean? I just don't know. I don't know how many more truly developmental guys are going to have a chance coming up through the system. I really. Well,
I mean, there's going to be obvious.
And he probably had some time on the independent.
Yeah, I think he did a little bit. But I mean, you're going to have stars like Velveteen Dream, who's a developmental guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is such a breakthrough.
And that's what
guy.
I'm saying. I'm saying is the guys that have obvious star potential, they'll manage to break through. I mean, Kona Reeves, maybe he does. I don't feel like we've seen it yet.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But short of that, of having that obvious breakthrough ability, it's going to be really hard for purely developmental guys to make a whole lot of headway in NXT, I feel
it's odd to have a gimmick that's so... Because it is unintentionally
hilarious,
hilarious,
he's only
right?
26. Yeah, no, he was wrestling on the independent circuit before signing with WWE.
For a year.
Yeah.
His gimmick, what's the point? It's unintentionally hilarious, right? They don't mean for it to be that goofy funny, right?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
They might.
It's he's like a... I don't know.
He's like an 80s henchman from an 80s movie. Sorry, an 80s movie henchman, or from Miami Vice.
He's like a funny creative character.
Kind
of.
A
guy that we would sit down and make. It's hey, let's
No,
make
it's
it funny.
I think what they're going for is Robert Davi in an 80s action movie, but instead what they got was Robert Davi's number 2, his henchman.
That's even too obscure for me, dude.
Oh, you remember who Robert Davi is? He was villains in all sorts of 80s action movies.
Hold on. Robert
Davi. You see the face, you'll recognize it.
Yes.
Okay. I'm happy we agree on that.
You are correct.
Courtney Summers, $5. Suzuki versus Okada was brutal as hell this morning. Night 13 is worth...
They're on night 13 already?
Yeah, we're way behind.
We're on night 3.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Night 13 is worth the watch. Oh, and Suzuki-gun Ichiban.
Suzuki-gun is Ichiban.
Heck yeah, man.
James McBreen, $5. Power rank the wrestlers in the loser locker room that would gain by wrestling a bear a la Tracy Smothers and the Destroyer.
Imagine the pop Kurt Hawkins would get if his first win in 2 years is over a bear.
It'd be, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, Kurt Hawkins.
Kurt Hawkins.
Although Mojo versus a bear could be kind of interesting too.
Yeah, but he wasn't established as if his locker was in the loser locker room. He walked into it.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's this. I think he feels he's graduating from the loser locker room, but he's still, for this moment.
I'm just basing that assumption on the geography of the scene as it played out.
His trajectory?
He walked into there not as I'm going to go in my locker. He went to the loser locker room to talk crap.
I don't know, man. They're probably like, dude, your stuff is right there.
I mean, that's entirely possible. Lee Morris Pitt, €5, loving super kicks and how you keep kayfabe, signing off as Ann Larson. Well, that's my name.
That's his name. That's not kayfabe.
Also, little euros are called cents.
Really? Whoa.
No idea. Says any friendos going to the next OTT show.
Any friendos out there, let Lee Morris Pitt know. Hey, tweet at us at Real Going in Raw. If you're going to go to a show, if anybody wants to do a friendo meetup without Steven Larson there, it's still a friendo meetup.
Tweet at us. We'll
retweet it.
So people know.
And if you guys take a picture at one of these friendo meetups, we will show it on the show.
Yes.
Tommy Cat, $2. Hashtag Walter for Hates Champion. Hashtag Chop Mayhem. I'm with that.
No, man.
Loso Boricua, sorry. $5. What's up, Steven Larson? Love you guys. Steve, take your top off. I would, but I got to be tranquilo because I got Naito on my shirt right now.
Oh, Zach Stolpa, $2. Idea for post-show reaction. Suzuki and Pancrase MMA.
I'll make it happen. Find a good link for me, Zach Stolpa.
Well, I showed you that video of him almost twisting that guy's head off.
Maybe we'll do that one. Whatever. It's post-show. We can do whatever we want.
It's our post-show. We can do what we want.
Absolutely.
NXT time, I believe.
NXT time.
Show kicked off with Steve's favorite, Heavy Machinery.
This was like my least favorite. This was my least favorite NXT segment, maybe of the year.
Versus The Mighty. I don't know what they're doing with The Mighty.
A whole lot of nothing, man.
I know, it's a bummer because they're so good, and they spent all that time producing that two-part documentary series that should have got them over as huge faces.
I know. They jobbed him out to the Authors of Pain in the first round of the Dusty Classic. That's terrible. Somebody backstage don't like him.
That must be it.
Which is weird because they seem like the nicest dudes.
I know.
You know?
I know.
That's part of the problem. I do not believe them as heels whatsoever.
No.
And heels generally aren't as, I don't know. I get the feeling the way they've been booked, the two of them couldn't take on Otis by themselves. Because didn't they do that 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, they won, but I think they had to cheat to do it.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. I could believe them as heels if they didn't book them as kind of hapless heels.
Yeah.
Like
if they were Eddie style, like smart.
Yeah. They got to be crafty.
Yeah, but they're not.
No.
They awkwardly cheat and then don't even do that well.
No.
It's terrible.
I think all the matches they've won since they've turned heel just because they had their feet on the ropes.
Yeah.
Like, show some brutality.
I know.
Be vicious.
You've got black trench coats. Mm-hmm. You've got like cool new black and white themed gear. Mm-hmm. That should be pretty vicious. Mm-hmm. But
Agreed.
it's not.
No.
It's just sort of
they're starting to go into like comedic heel tag team comedy act.
Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we had Heavy Machinery versus the Mighty.
It was an okay match.
At a certain point,
Street Profits just showed up in the crowd.
So their music hits. Their lights, their weird spotlight stuff is happening. They're dancing in the crowd. Happy to be back, I guess. Montez Ford had some sort of weird mouth injury, and then he was on honeymoon. I don't know. I'm over it. I'm over them. I'm over Heavy Machinery, and at this point, I'm kind of over the Mighty because they're not going to do anything cool with them. I don't know.
Yeah,
this entire segment, I was like, why the hell are they out there?
Yeah, they just distracted everybody, but they distracted the Mighty more. So Heavy Machinery got the win.
Yeah.
Otis hit the compactor on I don't remember which the Mighty guy got pinned, but it was one of them.
So Full Sail is like developmental in totale, like including the production people in the back.
Yes.
At Gorilla, did somebody hit the wrong button and tell them to go out during the match when it was like kayfabe wise? Like, I don't get it. Why did they just show up?
Yeah, I don't get the motivation for interrupting the match.
How do they have the stroke to say, hey, there's a match going on, turn on our music and our weird light show, and we're going to go in through the crowd?
See, it would make more sense if they just come in through the crowd sans music.
Yeah, I know, exactly. But then they had like a whole party.
How about this? That would have been cool, and granted, you can't really tell the crowd to do this, although according to somebody on Twitter, they've been trying to pay fans into doing things. Say Street Profits come out, no music, no lights, and the crowd just starts singing their theme.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Stuff like that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not what we got.
Yeah.
Hear the whole crowd going dun 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 dun. That'd have been incredible.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's mind-boggling how badly they've bungled the bottom half of the tag division on NXT. I mean, they've been booking Undisputed Era perfectly, Mustache Mountain pretty much perfectly.
Yeah.
They've been booking War Raiders pretty good.
Yeah, they're giving us little tastes here and there.
Yeah, I'm still not like the promo bit last night with them and Mustache Mountain. I don't know.
Really?
Like the mic work. I don't know. It felt a little forced, a little stilted.
I love Mustache Mountain because look.
Oh, they're great. They're very, very comfortable.
I'm a big Anglophile, or whatever you want to call it, Anglophile, I guess. But yeah, I love that I couldn't understand half of what they said. It was especially Tyler Bate. He's such a mumbler. We're gonna make it. Here's the thing, right? We're gonna be big, strong boys. He called them big, strong boys. I picked that up. We're a couple of big, strong boys. I love Trent Seven.
Oh, he's great.
I want to be him.
So yeah, Heavy Machinery picks up the win. I don't know what this means for the Mighty. They're probably getting called to main be jobbers on the main roster, which is a bummer. It's a bummer, man.
Who's got a higher ceiling, the Revival or the Mighty?
Right now, the Revival.
You think so?
Yeah, they beat Roman and Bob Lashley.
That's true.
The Mighty can't even beat Heavy Machinery.
But the Revival are shrinking. They're like 3 inches smaller, like week to week, it seems.
No, they're not shrinking. They're just facing
so
larger
shocked
competitors.
When I saw them on TV, I was like, why do they look so short?
I'm telling you, they're like 5'10". They're not even that short, I guarantee it.
Oh, man. Anyways.
Next, Mustache Mountain versus Matt Knotts and Brendan Taylor.
One of these guys, the heavier dude.
That was Matt Knotts.
See?
The more muscular guy?
No, the heavier dude.
Oh, Brendan Taylor.
Yeah. He was on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood a couple weeks
really?
back. I was like, man, watching Championship Wrestling from Hollywood paid off.
What was his name in Championship Wrestling
Don't
from
remember.
Hollywood?
Do not remember. But he wore basically the same thing, which is not a lot. But then he also wore I'm gonna say a skirt.
Like a kilt?
Kind of. But it was just made of I don't know, brown denim or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got kind of a, I don't know, kind of a Viking-ish thing going for him. Apparently he was some sort of jobber, then he turned into kind of like a psycho dude. I don't know. He's kind of cool though. And it was neat to see him on NXT. That was fun. Yeah. So anyways, Mustache Mountain versus Jobber and Jobber. One of those jobbers was jacked.
Yeah, that was Matt Knotts.
Matt Knotts. I haven't seen him before.
No, he was massive.
That dude's jacked though.
Of course, Mustache Mountain won. Trent Seven pins Taylor after the finisher. Afterwards, Mustache Mountain grabbed the mics, dropped the promo.
Oh, I love
said,
it. So
we're going
too.
to invoke our rematch clause at TakeOver. So we're going to get Undisputed Era versus Mustache Mountain.
Because there
Brooklyn.
There was zero resentment over Tyler Bate throwing in the towel. Health and well-being of Tyler above everything. So throwing in the towel.
Yeah, Trent made it sound like it was his fault.
It's
yeah.
okay. It's on me. It was so pleasant.
Yeah.
I want to hang out with those big strong boys.
Yeah.
Maybe I can have a big strong boy meetup when I go to Scotland.
There you go. There you go.
Big strong boys. I freaking love them. I love them. After that, we had EC3 versus the finest, Kona Reeves. This essentially was a match to set up EC3 versus Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, because I feel like Velveteen Dream's promo in the middle of the match. Here's another situation where a match was completely interrupted, stopped cold, in fact, because someone else entered Full Sail.
But in this case, it's Velveteen Dream, so he's allowed to do it.
Oh, I know. He's great.
He can do whatever he wants.
He's great.
And he has the power to stop. He changes the nature of space-time because he said, oh, I forgot, and does this, and the lights just do what he wants them to do. That's great.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
So I'm probably being hypocritical by saying it's totally fine for Velveteen Dream and not for Street Profits, but that's because I love Velveteen Dream and Street Profits not so much. What are you going to do? Anyways. This match kicked off. It was, back and forth. Velveteen Dream comes out, and he invites EC3
to his experience.
To his experience. I don't know if next week they're going to film, maybe Velveteen Dream's sex lair.
Yeah, I don't know.
EC3 will come down there and be like, oh, I have that. We should be a team,
Yeah, I have that.
It's like, you got any blow around here? That's what I want to see.
Yeah. So anyway, Velveteen Dream says something like, seems like somebody here is still hung up on Royal Albert Hall.
Yeah. Yeah. Because remember.
Yeah. Velveteen Dream had an injury.
Remember.
Hopped off the apron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When EC3 was going for a hot tag, EC3 lost the match.
Yeah. And then the great thing is, so he distracted EC3 obviously by cutting a promo. And that allowed Kona Reeves, once the promo was done, when time resumed at its normal pace,
Yes.
Kona Reeves rolled up behind EC3, dropped his finish on him,
Hawaiian drop.
tried to go for the pin. EC3 kicks out of a distracted finisher.
Yeah.
Which is like the least beatable thing in the world. Like, you're never supposed to kick out of a distracted finish.
And then pretty much immediately hit his own finisher, the 1%, and got the win.
Yes.
If that's not a burial for Kona Reeves, I don't know what it is.
Oh, man.
The finest, no more.
Was Kona Reeves so invested in this? Here's my speculation.
All right.
Kona, they're backstage. Kona, we're going to work on your character. I've got an idea. The finest Kona Reeves. Okay, what does that mean?
I like the finest things in life.
Okay, cool. So how are we going to do that? Remember Robert Davi?
You ever seen Delta Force 2?
I went to Kohl's and I picked up this great 80s looking white sports
See, here's
blazer.
the thing. I went to a video store, and the few video stores left in the Central Florida area was closing down, and they're selling all their tapes for $1. So I loaded up on all their 80s action movies, and 45% of them had Robert Davi as the villain. And he was... and I thought, he always has the finest stuff. The finest.
Yeah.
Kona Reeves, the finest.
And like, okay, well, that's good, Kona. But we also have this other idea. We've been working with some of our top guys that, no, listen. Robert Davi.
Finest.
Finest. They're like, okay, fine. We'll do this. See how it goes.
It's been 6 weeks. Time to move on to another idea.
Exactly.
Kona Reeves.
Exactly. Moving on.
EC3 interview. He said he will have a summit, a conversation with Velveteen Dream.
Yes.
That was great. He said, "I'm the best here. I'm the best there. The best everywhere."
It's so cokehead is his gimmick. That hair just gets crazier and
Yeah, I
crazier
don't
every
deal
week.
with that.
It gets.
He's got product in it, so that's the intention.
Yeah, exactly. Like somehow during the match it gets better. Then we had Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. This was a fun match, man. I really dug this match.
Oh yeah, it was a fun match.
Candice got to do all those cool stuff she does. That crazy moonsault. She didn't hit the moonsault this time.
It's still a fantastic
It still was like
moonsault.
butter, man. It's smooth as heck. They did that cool thing where they both went to the top, and Candice tried to drop, I think, like a top rope DDT or something
It
on
was a
her.
swinging neck breaker.
Oh, okay, yeah. But then Shayna reversed it into just choking her out.
Yeah.
So
But
that was
Candice
awesome.
got to the ropes.
Yeah.
But in the end, Shayna evaded a moonsault, hit a penalty kick, put Candice in the clutch. Mm-hmm. Candice has to tap.
Yeah.
After the bell rings, Shayna puts the clutch back on, and then Kairi Sane comes out and makes the save. And Kairi Sane was mad. She wanted to fight.
She also had a leather jacket on, so that's how I knew she was mad. Shayna also did the thing where she, I think it was after the match, she put Candice's arm
during
like
the
this.
match.
Oh, was that during the match?
Yeah,
I thought it was
during the
after the
match.
match.
Maybe she did
Okay.
again after, but she did during. She was working over Candice's arm.
Okay.
Part of the middle third of the match, at least, Candice was wrestling the match as if she could only use one arm.
Is Candice safe? Is she good? Because losing to the champion on NXT TV, I would have thought they would have.
In what respect?
Not protected. Should they have protected her a bit more? Kept her in line for a title shot as opposed to.
I mean, that's my feelings, but I also, I really like Candice LeRae. I think she's great.
I have more faith in her. I think that she'll be okay.
No, I think she will too because she puts on good matches.
Yeah, she puts on really good matches. Interested just to see how far they want to take this Shayna Baszler thing. Mm-hmm. If they're gonna, because I'm telling you, if she comes into Survivor Series, if they do that horsewoman versus horsewoman thing, she comes into Survivor Series still as NXT Women's Champion. Oh, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, they got to do that.
Talk about elevating a division like that.
Yeah, they got to have her as NXT Women's Champion, Ronda Rousey as Raw Women's Champion, and then you got to have Sasha and Bayley with the tag belts, and then Becky Lynch with the SmackDown Live Championship.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I think so.
That's what you got to do.
Next up, we had
Mustache
Mountain.
Mountain.
They were outside.
Yeah.
They were walking around outside in their ring gear.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
Just
But
talking to each other.
It's very humid in Florida, so I figure it probably feels good.
Yeah.
They're probably just used to
the summer heat and humidity in Florida, yeah.
Although it's pretty hot in England right now.
I think it's hot everywhere.
Yeah. Getting swallowed up by the sun, man.
Mm-hmm.
This damn flat earth of ours. I was going to say something there, but didn't come out quite right. Mustache Mountain was in the parking lot, walking around, being interviewed.
But who else was in the... No, they weren't being interviewed. They were just talking.
Oh, they were just. Oh yeah. Well, they had a camera guy in them, so I
but
figured an interview
no,
was
I
gonna
didn't.
happen.
I don't think it was a question instigated the conversation. I think they were just talking. But regardless, someone else was in the parking lot.
Also in their ring gear.
War Raiders. And they said, we meant what we said last week. Whoever comes out of this tag match at Brooklyn, we want them.
Yeah.
It's all set up for War Games, man.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's going to be amazing.
Yep.
And then, Tyler Bates over 2 big, strong boys.
Next week, we get Keith Lee making his NXT debut. I'm excited.
I'm very excited about that. That's fantastic. And he's fighting that Marcel dude.
Oh, yeah. I've heard good things about him.
I've heard really, really good things about him. So I'm looking forward to that. I got called out by somebody either on Twitter or in the comments saying, that Marcel dude's real name is Marcel blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't know. Barthel? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways, I'll find out next week. He's going to fight Keith Lee, and then I'll know his name for good.
Yes.
So just be patient.
Finally, our main event segment, Tommaso Ciampa came out, dropped the promo.
Yep.
Great stuff.
Yep.
He is a heat magnet.
I love him so much.
He's the best heel in wrestling right now.
Oh, God. He's so good. He's so good. Goes right up to Granny. Putting that belt right there. I am your NXT. And he does that. This is my NXT thing because everybody has to do that. This is my NXT. Goes up right up to Granny's face. I am your
champion.
Asshole chance. It was great. It was fantastic.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Aleister Black starts to come out to the ring, but Gargano
sprints past him, runs to the ring, and starts attacking Tommaso Ciampa. He grabs the mic and says repeatedly, "You're only champion because of me. You're only champion because of me.
Fire me, you can't fire me.
You're only champion because of me."
And then bang, black mass on Gargano.
He turns around, eats a black mass from
crowd
Aleister
instantly turns on Gargano. You deserved it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Because it's true.
Yeah. It is.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
Gargano is becoming what he disliked most in Ciampa.
Yeah.
He's becoming overcome with his own feelings of resentment and bitterness. Gargano is.
Yeah, but it just doesn't fit him as well as it fits Ciampa.
Oh, obviously not.
So with Gargano,
that's why this is all the redemption arc for Johnny Gargano, not Tommaso Ciampa.
Aleister Black sits down next to him and says, "What did he say? Something like, you're right. You are the only reason I'm not NXT champion," or something like that. And gets up and walks away. That was great. Gargano went on the Twitters afterwards and said, "My relationship. I feel like he's on the precipice of just being like, you're too much, dude. You're too much for us. Great wrestler, but you're just too much."
Yeah.
Because he's like, my relationship with the NXT crowd is built on 100% honesty and transparency. It's like a friggin' PR release.
Yeah, it is.
And he said, "You're absolutely right. I did deserve that. Blah blah blah." I'm like, yeah, you did.
Yeah, he did. Fun episode of NXT. Let's open some mail.
We have 2 packages from
Draft House Games.
Draft House Games.
They're always sending us cool stuff.
I know. Scissors, come to me. Didn't work.
This must be invoice. It is. And this is some NXT trading cards. 1 autograph per box. Oh man, that's cool.
Look at this.
That's cool.
Oh, man. So, like, your dog doesn't really play tug, right?
No.
Because Zoe's kind of on the old side. Gypsy will love this.
Yeah.
It's a Money in the Bank tug toy.
That's cool.
She'll love that.
So this is either NXT trading cards from 2016. It says 1 autograph per box.
Ooh.
Feels like there's about 3
Was
cards
there
in
only
here.
1 pack in the 1 box?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let's see. Samoa Joe, not autographed. Alexa Bliss, not autographed. Finn Balor, not autographed.
Congratulations. You now own
Liv Morgan.
Nice. An authentic Liv Morgan
Bayley.
autograph. Oh, it came off. It was real.
It was real.
I'm joking. It's still on there.
Some super chats. Austin Luff, $2.79. David Arquette for H Champion.
Oh, I'd love that. That'd be great.
It would be
get
great.
us on the cover of USA Today.
It would be great, but Adam Mayhem's my guy.
A former WCW champion as H champion, that'd be great.
It would be great, but Adam Mayhem's my guy.
Alex C said, "I forgot about the entire live stream today. I've been playing too much Crusader Kings 2.
Never heard of it.
Feels good to say that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We're doing the pro wrestling now instead of the
I used
gaming.
to pay attention to all the video game stuff. I don't do that anymore. Max Johnson, $5. Would you guys eat edibles at StarCast if a certain friendo obtained them? We've been asked this question before. Not at StarCast, no.
Okay, but hold on a second, because I'm gonna try to enter into negotiations with Buffalo Wild Wings to host a Friendo meetup there.
All right.
And so, can we do that? Can we do it there?
We shouldn't be talking about it right now, probably.
You're probably right. No, it's a big joke. We're not gonna bring drugs to your establishment.
No, we're not.
No, I don't think there's gonna be any opportunity for us to do. Plus, on top of that, like, you know. Oh, look at how many people are watching.
666.
The devil. Yeah, no, I think it's illegal in that state. Mm-hmm. So I don't think, like, you know.
It's not a good idea.
That's playing with fire right there, man.
Not a good idea. King Drew, $5. Hey, friendos. Power rank top 5 Keith Lee WWE feuds. Keith Lee versus Ricochet in NXT. That's tops for me.
Okay. Keith Lee versus
Seth Rollins.
Okay, so I know this could never happen because they're not going to be on like the same brands, but give me Keith Lee versus Leo Rush.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's what I want to see.
That'd be great.
Completely 180 personalities, completely 180 bodies, wrestling types.
Yeah.
That could be so much fun.
Yeah, that's good. Good idea. Seth Rollins would be good.
Yeah. No, those are good. Those are all good. James McBreen, $5. Triple H has always been 100% 24/7 in the wrestling industry, so the H title should be defended by Adam Mayhem 24/7.
No, we need some structure to all this.
Yeah,
we need contracts in place, all that.
Yeah, we always do contract signings.
Always official.
Gilberto Ariano, $5. I've seen what's been going on with the wildfires in California. Hopefully that is far and away from you guys, but we need a push for Bearded Steve. Well, tell that to my genetics, man, because that ain't happening.
Yeah, the fires are quite a bit up north, and it's awful to see what's happening up there.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Guy Fieri apparently has been feeding a bunch of the firefighters up there, and I guess it sort of got exposed, so he came out and said, yeah. But apparently, initially, it was
he was doing it on the down low, yeah.
You know, all the people that are getting sort of caught being scumbags these days, and I haven't done any research on Guy Fieri. Seems like a cool dude, right? I haven't heard anything about him being, he's going around grabbing people or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, just a jovial dude.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I feel like last time there was some sort of natural disaster.
I think he did it before
California,
too. He's
done that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because he's from the area.
He's from Santa Rosa area. Yeah. So,
man, shout out to Guy Fieri.
Absolutely, hats off to Guy Fieri.
Pierce nipples, yay or nay? Do we know that yet?
Not gonna
Never
touch
found
it. Not
out
today.
No.
Michael Carlson, $5. Gargano is NXT's Rocky Balboa. He was an underdog who went the distance against Almas. Now it's his Rocky 3 character arc, and he has to find his roots.
Well, he's got to be trained by his version of Apollo Creed on the beach, and then they hug with very short shorts. Who's his Apollo Creed?
Well, his former rival, now friend. Like one of the guys from the Revival.
There you go.
Scott Dawson.
Yeah, sure.
Scott Dawson.
That works.
Shad Media, $2. Power rank top 5 Hollywood Rock feuds for Mania 35. Roman, 1 through 5.
Yeah, Roman would be great. Because it might necessitate it might generate a Roman heel turn. Mm-hmm. That's what they should do, man.
Going to the Patreon now. 6-sided sexagon. Could Velveteen Dream be a good gimmick for NXT, but not for main roster because of the more casual fan base? Try not to blame creative. I think that's really what it gets down to is how if they keep his complexity that he's shown so far in NXT, as far as his complexity of character, I think he'd be fine. The worry is that they would just kind of simplify him to kind of a one-note character, and that would not be fine.
So I have a hard time thinking that these days they would stray into territory that's like, traditionally where the WWE should not be straying when it comes to like sexuality and stuff. I don't know. To be honest, so much, it's possible. It's possible that even with the creative of Maine, even if it's like, so SmackDown's got really good creative, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
There may be something about the intimacy of the NXT
entirely
thing,
possible, and we've seen that before.
But the bottom line is there's two things about him that he has going for him, like completely. he is an amazing wrestler.
Yes.
He's a fantastic wrestler. And number 2, he is very adaptable.
Yes.
We saw him go from just Patrick Clark, try out a number of fairly edgy gimmicks on the house show circuit.
Yes.
One of which apparently was just like simply diehard Trump supporter, I think, which is hilarious, to transitioning to Velveteen Dream.
Yeah.
He is obviously a very creative guy.
Oh, yeah.
Super young.
Yes.
He will be just fine in the end.
Yes.
The Velveteen Dream character is, I don't know, maybe it's the perfect thing for NXT and not for main. I don't know.
Said, we've seen that before. Gimmicks that worked really well in NXT on the main roster did not work at all. Yeah. Waka Flakamora. Hey, friendos, longtime patron. First question, though. I was there at NXT TakeOver Chicago. I called Ciampa turning on Johnny. It was also my first time attending a live event. Needless to say, that angle means a lot to me. What other tag teams at NXT do you think can do a similar arc? I kind of think the Street Profits could work, have Angelo Dawkins grow jealous of all the praise Montez Ford gets, becomes a bully monster heel, and wins the North American title. That way now you make 2 solo stars instead of a rocker situation.
If NXT wasn't signing so many people, if they did this, if NXT moved to Fox Sports 1, remember I mentioned this before, if they moved to Fox Sports 1 and took the cream of the crop, not the developmental, right? And they kept on the network an NXT US as the developmental version of NXT sticks around. Street Profits would be perfect at the top of that pile. You know what I know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now, with so much good talent available to vie for the North American title, including Keith Lee, obviously Ricochet, Adam Cole, all sorts of guys.
And if Matt Riddle is
the exactly. So, I mean, even EC3, although I think he's going to be headed to
main after
probably. Wouldn't
after
surprise
SummerSlam,
me.
yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Well, go ahead, finish.
They could do something like that with Street Profits.
Here's the thing, though, that really makes the Gargano Ciampa feud really emotionally affecting is because they have a pretty extensive story that's 2-3 years deep at this point. You know, they were put together as a tag team. You know, they show up in NXT not as highly touted prospects, but they came in as jobbers at first, as enhancement talent, people to fill out the card. And they were putting on good matches, and people got into them. And to kind of have that real organic build and have it and tell the story over the span of 3 or 4 years.
It's really difficult to duplicate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I agree with that totally. The only other team I could maybe see would be like, and I don't think they'd ever do it because I think War Machine's going to be like a.
No, here's a team that would do it. It's Undisputed Era.
Yeah.
That's the only team I can think of.
Yeah, maybe.
Where there's a fracture amongst them. And
because they've all been established prior to NXT as big solo stars. Bobby Fish was a solo guy. I know he fought for the Ring of Honor title before. The rest of the guys all had won it. You know, the main title, the big title.
Yeah.
So no, that's a good answer.
Jonathan, $5. If you come to Toronto for an Impact TNA GFW future name pending taping, I can help coordinate a friendo meetup. He lives downtown. Too sweet, hearty handshake. Thank you, Jonah.
Tweet at us.
There you
Jan Smitowicz, author. Great meeting you guys at Strong Style Evolved. I did 2 years for weed in Illinois. Don't bring weed. Oh, no. Gargano is too tiny for main roster. Discuss. Oh, man, no. Keep your edibles away from me.
Yeah.
I'm not doing a bid.
Yeah.
I've seen those shows on TV where it shows,
Not
man. Woo.
Yeah.
Walk away from the table, man.
If we do a thing of Buffalo Wild Wings, we'll just all have a beer.
Yeah, that's good enough. It's good enough vice for me and like a giant burger. Gargano, too tiny for main roster?
No.
How tall is he?
I think they say 5'10", 190. So comparable to Finn Balor.
Finn Balor size. Yeah.
Comparable to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
I don't think he's too small.
What would you rather do? Never mind. That's not even a question. Yeah, no, he needs to be main roster, dude.
Yeah.
You can't go through this kind of feud.
And then just go to 205 Live.
You think he's going to win that title at a takeover?
I tell you, man, he's going to have to have a moment where
Ciampa's going to have it for a while.
No, I feel like, well,
They're not going to give it back to Aleister Black.
I don't know. They might. Gargano is for sure not winning it. He's got to have a moment where he's got to make a choice between really turning completely the dark side and winning that belt or not.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel like, well, I mean, they could either have him win the title and have him, win the top prize in the company, but reach his lowest point as a person.
Sorry, we should point out they haven't confirmed on TV that that's the match. It's kind of obvious that's where it's headed, though. I mean, we can talk about that. It's going to be Aleister Black, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa. We don't need spoilers to know that.
Yeah.
We would have known that even if this was live last night. We would have known that.
So I kind of feel like this can either go down that route, and then his redemption has to spring from there, or during the match, he's going to have a moment where that's the decision in front of him. He can be a real a-hole and win the title, or find a way to reclaim the humanity he's lost throughout this feud and go that route instead. Sacrifice a sure win for the sake of retaining what makes him Johnny Gargano.
Is there any chance they'd be able to go double turn?
Oh, maybe.
With him and Ciampa?
Maybe. That'd be ballsy.
That would be. Big time.
Like he just gets so brutal with Ciampa that the crowd just starts booing him.
Yeah.
Because even during Ciampa's promo last night, most people were, booing him, but there's a few people cheering him.
Oh, no, dude. People love him.
Oh, heck yeah.
They love him.
Heck yes, they do.
They love him. He is the perfect villain.
Really is. Dorian Moore, $5. Should Montez turn on Angelo, join his wife, and recruit Keith Lee? I think that'd be a heck of a faction.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Ricardo Bell, when SmackDown moves to Fridays on Fox, what do you see WWE doing with 205 Live? Me personally, I would have it taped at Full Sail. Something like that would be outstanding, and that would really be ideal. I just don't know if it's going to happen.
I don't know. They seem to not really care. Right now they push Ms. and Mrs. over 205 Live.
I know. And they still have more than a year to work out plans for that.
The live aspect really, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I still maintain they should put it in, like Full Sail or its own venue or something. I don't know. They need to do something. They need to figure out something with it. But it does, I think, what it's supposed to do in the ratings. So sort of whatever.
Yeah.
The glorious broken soundwave. Hello, Stephen Larson. Just a question. Which version of 2K19 are you getting? The standard, deluxe, or the Ric Flair edition? And can you send me your gamer tag to get some games in?
Probably a deluxe.
What's in the deluxe?
More than standard. You get to play early too.
No. Oh, then yeah. I want the one where I can play early.
Yeah, I believe deluxe you can play early.
Can we do a 24-hour My Career stream? I'll answer that. No, I'm not going to stream for 24 hours. But like a 5-hour one would be cool. Make our character and see how far we can get in 5 hours.
Oh, that'd be fun. Could we make Luke Dondelinger again?
No.
People loved Luke
they didn't.
Dondelinger.
They didn't.
Well, people who loved him loved him a lot.
No, they didn't. Nobody even the people that watched him didn't like him. No, we're going with Steve Thunder. That's my new character.
I have no say in that. I mean, there's nothing about Steve Thunder encapsulates me. It's all you.
You can help design the shorts. They have to have Thunder logo on them, though. Steve Thunder. Yeah, it's good. Good.
We'll talk about it later.
And then you can do some of the voices when they do promos and stuff.
Doesn't sound fun for me, Steve.
It sounds amazing.
For you?
Yeah. You can help. How about this? You exclusively guide his path. You get to control me,
No, I want to have a stake in the character.
You know what's funny is that Steve Thunder is something I haven't even rolled out to the public yet.
Yeah, I know.
I've just been playing it on my own. I've revamped my own My Career mode as Steve Thunder.
Penultimate Tommy Wiseau. Which wrestlers do you think enjoy the following hobbies? First, model train enthusiast.
Hold on a second. When you say penultimate Tommy Wiseau, you have to precede that.
Creator of the H Championship, yes.
Exactly.
Model train enthusiast. Who seems like they're really into trains.
Who's a detail-oriented guy? Because
I was going to say Matt Bloom because his former name was A-Train.
It's good. Yeah. EC3 because he probably likes to run trains.
Could be. 2, ham radio.
Who seems
Dean
like
Ambrose.
Who seems like okay. He seems like a trucker type. They use ham radio. Right?
3, crocheting.
Is ham radio the same as CB radio?
No.
Really?
Ham radio, I think, is just people that do the radio in their backyard.
Or in their garage?
Yeah. Yeah, trying to talk to people across the country. 3, crocheting or knitting Etsy crafts.
Etsy crafts. Crocheting, knitting. Need a lot of patience for that. Daniel Bryan.
There you go. Yeah, that's good. 4, going to Sturgis, South Dakota. Eric Bischoff. 5, stamp collecting.
Well, that's really nerdy. So I would say Daniel Bryan also, but he seems like more of a creation guy.
Yeah.
Who collects stamps?
Bray Wyatt. 6, acrylic painting.
But they're
Brock Lesnar.
But they're exclusively from the Civil War era.
Brock Lesnar acrylic painting of all.
Did they have postage stamps in the Civil War?
Well, they probably had mail.
Did they?
I think. I don't remember. Was it still all telegraph back then?
When was the Pony Express?
Don't remember. Look that up. Acrylic painting, Brock Lesnar.
Siri, when was the Pony Express?
Brock Lesnar painting all sorts of Pioneer Days type pictures. That's what he does.
Backwoodsman.
Yeah, backwoodsman.
That can't be right. The answer is 1986. Pony Express got its start in the mid 80s. Oh man.
Well, Benjamin Franklin served as Postmaster General until 1776.
Oh, okay. So they did have stuff back then. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Right on.
But I don't know when it was like a national thing.
CM Punk finds it inadmissible in court. Who would you put on a team of wrestlers and wrestling personalities to face Undisputed Era in character to have the most entertaining episode of Family Feud ever? Who are you a bigger fan of? Ray Combs or...
Oh, Richard Dawson.
Yeah, Richard Dawson was the man. I think he's still alive, too.
That'd be incredible if
Isn't
he
that
was.
crazy?
He has to be super old. No, I think he passed away not that long ago.
For the longest time, he was alive because I thought it was crazy that he was still
No,
alive.
I think within the last like 3 years.
2012.
Oh, 6 years.
Survey says he was 79. He was only 79? When was he born? He was born in 32. What year was Running Man?
85, 86. So he was in his 50s?
No, he was in his 50s. Okay.
So the answer is one of two teams. Is it New Day or is it the Elite?
Well, he's throwing out there Scott Steiner, Baron Corbin, Lex Luger, and Trent Beretta.
I mean, Trent and Chuck, but maybe Steiner, but the other ones, no.
Luger would be the dullest.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd have any good answers.
I'm telling you, New Day versus Undisputed Era. That'd be
Yeah,
outstanding.
That'd be really good.
Outstanding.
That'd be really good. Or the Elite.
Yeah.
That'd be good. I like it. Cool.
Yeah,
man.
that's good.
We're over an hour. Nice. Anyways, any more super chats here?
No.
No. No. Stop asking stupid questions. Anyways, that's it for show. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Patrons, we got a very special episode of Post Show Yay or Nay coming up next.
Yep.
That should be a lot of fun. I don't know why I say it's a very special episode. There's nothing special about it.
Same as all the other ones.
Same, just dicking around.
It seems like it should be more structured than previous post shows, but it's really not.
We're getting there.
Slowly.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for everybody. We'll talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
Thanks for it.